Hello, my name is Jamal Thompson, and this is my analysis of the 2022 World Cup being hosted by Qatar. Doha City, located in Qatar, is the biggest city in this small country. Dubai is a local and neighboring country which often gets most of the attention. Tourists and people around the world visit to indulge in its lavish resorts and lifestyle. Many people do not know that Qatar is the richest city per capita and also has just as much to offer as Dubai does. Doha City is very rural and busy, much like Manhattan, Times Square, and New York City. I feel I will die here. A quote from one of the early interviews ESPN's E60 aired in 2014 after traveling to Doha City to gather information and to see if all the speculation about the city and the current situation was true. It was all true. Living conditions were and still are poor. As you can see, the work related to current death toll has already quadrupled any other games ever, which is astounding knowing that they still have several years to go until the games take place. Capital International Manpower is the main employer of the migrant workers here in Doha for the World Cup preparations. The living conditions here in this country for these migrant workers are inhumane. Many have traveled as far as Indonesia, using loans that they must pay off from the work performed in Qatar. After arriving, workers are given new contracts with as much as $300 US dollar decrease from the original contracts they signed to leave their host country. These passports, their passports are confiscated upon landing. Now they have no choice but to work. Men as young as 21 have died after arriving in perfect health to Qatar. Death certificates state cardiac arrest, which is the main cause of all the work-related deaths here in Qatar. According to one of the officials who has since been fired from FIFA, spoke of offers made to three judges who are charged and bidding. Amounts up to 1.5 million for each judge was the amount offered. Right now, as we speak, Qatar is still under investigation and a decision has not been officially made. 6 officials have been arrested. The construction and preparation for the games has not ceased here in the city. This is not the only issue Qatar has had since winning the bid for the games. ESPN has aired a host of specials on slave labor taking place to get the extensive work done here in the city. Countless workers walk around and litter the inner city, looking for work, living in conditions inhumane even for animals. I have had the chance to go and see different areas. These employers here that are in charge of the World Cup construction get these workers here on false pretenses, and once they're here, their visas and passports are taken from them. They are forced to work, and right now, it stands at 500 workers have died from heart attacks or cardiac complications currently. That number has since tripled, and now they stand at having the largest casualty from any games ever hosted. The investigation is still ongoing. However, there's been many rumors that America has been told to stay prepared just in case Qatar is found to have participated in illegal activity to obtain the winning bid. That is determined, America has been looked at as the front runner. Many have asked why Qatar pushed so hard to host the games. They are already the richest world country in the world. These games have been somewhat of a springboard for many countries and cities that needed a metaphorical shot in the arm to their economy by hosting the games. Why? Many say greed. There's no doubt the World Cup will bring exposure to the country and the city, however, at what cost? That cost has been rumored to be about $1.5 million, for which they have paid the judges to obtain that winning bid. This has tainted the innocence of the World Cup as we know it. Normal soccer and sports enthusiasts never before have seen or heard such gritty and harsh realities of the preparation or the political side of the games. The people will never forget all that has been exposed during these games. These games are supposed to bring cities and countries together by strengthening their economy, drawing attention, and using publicity to market their region to the world in hopes of obtaining long-lasting economical gains. Economically and non-economically, thus far, this winning bid has brought the country much publicity. However, the type of publicity that they have gotten was not the type they planned on. They want to prove they can stand in the same room as the Beijings and the Londons, who have hosted successful Olympic Games in their countries. The bid was not about bringing money to the country of Qatar because they do not need it, as we all know. This was a metaphorical bat signal to the world to push Qatar to the forefront. White elephant is defined as a possession which its owner cannot dispose of and whose cost, particularly that of maintenance, is out of proportion to its usefulness. The term derives from a story that broke in Thailand many years ago. Now it is often used and attached with the Olympics and the World Cup Games. Doha City is erecting a state-of-the-art arena that is unlike any World Cup venue ever built. It will be a fully air-conditioned closed arena. This was done because of the country's extremely hot temperatures that can reach up to 140 Fahrenheit in the spring and the summer. However, many have spoken of the stadium will be added to the growing list of white elephants all around the world that lie barren and unused since the initial events hosted in them. As great as these games will be, the 2022 World Cup, no matter what the outcome, will always be tainted by the controversy leading up to the games.